Okay guys, we just got through with an arrowhead hunt, but we wanted to start this video first. We wanted to thank all of our subscribers for subscribing to the channel. We wanted to talk about some things that might be going on in your lives and try to console you guys about things. We all need each other right now to get through these hard times. It's tough on everybody, especially when you go buy food and it's taking up most of your paycheck just to try to buy food and make ends meet. And we just wanted to touch on a few things, let you know how we're feeling about it, and then after that we'll go ahead and show you the arrowheads we found for the day. But I'd like to let Amanda talk and tell what's on her mind first, and I'll chime in as she speaks.
Hey guys, first and foremost, we love to arrowhead hunt. Every one of our subscribers knows that. But at the same time, there's a lot going on in the world right now, and a lot of things that we do in our life that I would like to start to incorporate into our channel, so that our channel is not just about arrowhead hunting. I first wanted to start out and give you guys a little background and kind of get more personal with our subscribers, if we don't know you personally, and let you know a little bit about who we are and what we like to do, and then maybe touch on a couple of other subjects that the man above has put on my heart. I've been reflecting a lot, really the past 2 weeks, about different things and different scenarios that me, you, everyone we know are facing. And I wasn't sure that I was going to touch on what I'm going to touch on in this video, but the more I reflected, the more I felt God pulling me to talk about it. This is not going to be a video of fear. I'm not promoting panic and doom and gloom. I just want to check in with our subscribers, make sure that their mental health is okay, because right now, coming out of COVID, we were on the tip of it, thinking we were going to come out of it and things were finally going to be back to normal. And here we are with prices rising, and inflation is crazy right now. So we'll talk about that a little more later on in the video. But first, I just wanted to tell you a little about myself, and then Tim can tell you a little about himself. My name's Amanda. I grew up here in the hills and hollers of East Tennessee. I'm sure you can tell by my thick country accent. A lot of people make fun of me for it, but I love it. I'm proud of it and wouldn't trade it for anything. I grew up about as poor could be. I say so poor you couldn't pay attention. We had it really hard here, but I'm thankful for that, because I feel like it turned me into who I am and prepared me for the things that I have endured and the things that have yet to pass that I will endure. And I'm a country girl through and through. I can dress up, but I like to get my hands dirty. I love wearing waders and hunting arrowheads. And a funny little tidbit about the arrowhead hunting, Tim had found some arrowheads before I had gotten with him. I'm not really sure where he had found them, but when we got together, we were doing a whole lot of different things, and I love to arrowhead hunt. And so I'm like, well, let's go arrowhead hunting. And I don't know really what it was about us beginning to do that together that lit a fire under his tail. But let me tell you something, he is on it every single day that he gets the chance. So much so that I can't always go with him, because, I've got other things going on, or things that I'm trying to take care of. But I guess the biggest thing I would want people to know about Tim is he works his hind end off to bring our fellow arrowhead hunters and rock hounds every artifact that he can bring them, as you can tell by our display cases at home, and just by the many videos that he's uploaded in the past few months. And here in East Tennessee, we're approaching the time where Arrowhead season is winding down. Our lakes will be coming up here in the next couple of months, maybe even weeks, because Tennessee weather is bipolar. Last couple, 2 or 3 days ago, we had snow, and today it's 72 degrees and sunny, so you kind of never know where you're going to be. But we'll arrowhead hunt as long as we possibly can and bring you every video that we possibly can. But when we're not arrowhead hunting, we're going to be doing things like shooting guns. We're going to be doing things like fishing.
We love our AR-15s.
Yes, we are lovers of the Second Amendment for sure. But we'll be bringing different things to the channel, different things to the table. But I just wanted to kind of get a more up close and personal conversation started with our viewers about some things that have been going on. Tim, I want you to touch on maybe a little background about where you grew up and who you are.
Okay, I grew up in Middlesboro, Kentucky. It's right where Tennessee, Kentucky, and Virginia come together, a little small town. And I was raised by, I had a good dad. I had a stepdad that was raised on a farm. For years while he was farming, he was finding arrowheads. And he had a display case in his house, or still has that. He's not passed, but looking at that display case kind of lit a fire too, making us want to get out and find some. But I grew up over there. I went into the Navy, joined the Navy for 3 years. I was on the USS Kitty Hawk. I worked on F-18 aircraft, and I was gone for 3 years to California. And when I was out there, I missed home. But finally, I come back and I got into deer hunting, turkey hunting, fishing. I've done so many different things. I've rode motorcycles, kayaked, but there's just something about finding an arrowhead that's just been different for me than all the other hobbies. And it just really, you know, I go through phases where I'll pick up something and I've got to perfect it. I've got to do the best job that I can, and nobody's going to tell me I can't. And once I get into something, I go full force and do the best job that I can when I start it. And that's how I feel about arrowhead hunting. I want to get out here every day possible and make a video for you guys because I enjoy doing it and I want to bring it to you guys. I hunt so hard, you might notice sometimes my hands are shaking in the videos, but I don't even have time to slow down and eat.
No.
You know, when I go, it's like, I feel like if I slow down to eat, I might miss something. So I go hard.
There's a lot of times that he leaves right after dropping his son off at work at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. He'll come back, he'll get his stuff, and he'll leave by 8. And then I won't see him again that day if I didn't go with him for some reason until dark. And there's a lot of times that he'll call home on his way and be like, can you fix me something to eat so that when I get there it's ready? I'm starving. So a lot of times I'll be watching the videos and see him shake and I'll be like, you were hungry and you should have stopped and ate. But he just he goes and goes and goes and goes, and I admire that about him because I don't know how he does it sometimes.
But see, the thing is when I get home, the job's not over, because then I got to clean them. I've got to get them prepared for the cleanup video. That takes a while. Then I have to call some people, tell them what I found for the day. And then I've got to upload the video. I got to splice it together. I've got to upload the video. And by the time I sit down, it's time to go to bed. And then I'm curious to hear maybe what some of the subscribers said. So it just takes so long. It takes the whole day when I go. And but I enjoy it. You know, I look at it like, you know, it's a passion of mine, and I love bringing the arrowheads to you guys. Sometimes I wished I could find, you know, larger points on the norm and bring better ones, but trust me, if they were here, I would find them.
Yes, absolutely.
And we just don't have that size point like you would find in West Tennessee here. We want to plan a trip maybe to go to West Tennessee to find some bigger points, and that's coming. It's probably going to be next year. my son's going into the Navy, following in my footsteps, and he's actually going to be an airman just like I was. So he's leaving in a couple of weeks to go.
A week.
In a week, yeah. So, you know, he's going to be doing that, and then I'm going to have more time to maybe get out and do some things. I'm not taking him back and forth to work. Take him to work at 7, then I have to go back at 4 and pick him up. So there's 2 trips. Most of the times, 5-6 days a week.
Yeah.
And today we had a bunch of stuff to do today, so we only got what,
3 hours.
2 to 3 hours today to hunt. So we found a few today. I wished I could have spent the whole day out here, but anything else you want to say, babe?
Another thing I wanted to touch on, I think there's a lot of people of our subscribers that don't realize that we sing as well. There's some of our subscribers that know that we both sing. I know that they subscribe to the channel just for that, because I had posted a cover video that I had done, and I'm not a big social media fan, to be honest with you, because of everything going on in the world and all of the negativity. For my mental health, and my relationship, I completely pulled my Facebook and any other social media I had. So now the only social media that I have is our channel here together. But I had posted that cover video and ended up getting a copyright claim due to the fact that I wasn't aware that I was supposed to give the original artist credit when we uploaded the video. So now that we know that, and we have actually sent off to get a YouTube license so that we can incorporate music and things like that into our videos, there'll probably be a lot more of he and I together singing, he singing himself, and then me singing myself. A lot more videos being posted of the music that we do, because I've sang ever since I was a little girl.
And let me say, if you want to hear her sing, go into our videos and look up How Great Thou Art. She sung that at the house. I recorded it, and I can't hardly listen to her sing without crying, so I'll just pre-warn you that you can feel it when she sings it. I think she's as good as Martina McBride.
Very little biased, though.
She's really good.
I come from a very musical family. All of my dad's side of the family are musically inclined. My dad is fantastic when it comes to playing instruments and singing. We're all self-taught. He's self-taught. I'm self-taught. My brother Jeremy is self-taught as well. But it's been a huge part of my life. I sang since I was 2. When I was 2 years old, I was so little they had to hold me up to the microphone in church, and then I sang on WCRK in Morristown, and you know, that's huge to be able to sing on the radio, and people remember that about you in your 30s. So a lot of our subscribers to this channel came because they thought that we were going to be able to put more musical videos on here, but I just wanted to let those subscribers know that that is coming. It's a priority of mine. It's a priority of his. He actually sang gospel music for how many years?
Over 10.
Over 10 years, and he is very, very, very good too. Don't let him fool you.
No, I'm not that good.
Yes, he is. His ex took over his YouTube channel, and if I could get the videos off of that channel and post them to our channel, I would be able to show you just how talented he is as well, but I'm unable to do that. Now I'm going to move on to a few things that God had put on my heart. You know, as I said before, we came out of this pandemic with COVID, and we were fortunate enough that we never got COVID. None of our children ever had COVID. His parents ended up having COVID, and his stepfather almost died. So we did have people close to us who got COVID. But
and let me say, guys, when he got COVID, I went to the top of the mountain. There's a pull-off lookout. So I did like Moses. I went to the top of the mountain and prayed because they said they didn't think he was going to make it. And if you don't know God, I don't know how that people get through this world not knowing Jesus. But he's been a big inspiration as far as when times get bad and you need to speak to someone. He's always going to be there. He's always going to listen. And prayer does work.
Prayer has brought me from situations I never thought possible to be able to come out of. So I just want to say that. But if you did have COVID or your family was affected in some way by COVID, that's taken a huge toll on everyone's mental health. COVID in general has taken a huge toll on everyone's mental health, including children. They don't understand why they weren't able to go and hug people that they were used to hugging, or see people such as grandparents or even parents that they were able to see before. So their norm and our norm has been turned upside down. And then we were coming out of it, and we all thought that we were coming somewhat back to normal, and then we all get hit with rising gas prices and rising food cost and inflation. And I just want to say that being from East Tennessee, there's a lot of farmers in our rural area. And I know from personal experience that chicken feed and feed period for your animals has doubled, sometimes tripled in some cases.
And we will promote another channel she's been watching, and the lady's name is Patera. What's the
Appalachian Homestead.
Appalachian Homestead. It's a good channel to keep up with what's going on in the market right now. She keeps her thumb on the pulse of what's going on and for farmers with prices, and she's got a real good outlook on everything.
But I just wanted to say, like, just for an example, today we went to Walmart. We got a gallon of Walmart brand orange juice because they didn't have the regular brand that we usually get. We're all used to that. You're not able to get what you're used to being able to get. So we had to settle. $4.44 for 1 gallon of orange juice, and then I needed some paper towels, so I got a 4-pack of paper towels. I get to the checkout lane,
and I think it was great value.
It was great value, paper towels. I get to the checkout lane, and I am scanning my own items because that's become a norm for all of us as well. $15.11, people,
for orange juice and paper towels. And it's getting ready to go up again.
What I'm saying to you is, we're all woke. If you aren't woke, you should get woke. And be aware of what is happening around you and what is happening to our country. Because I think it's going to get worse.
Yeah.
Before it gets better, if it ever gets better. I think that it would be a very, very, very good idea for people to start, if you haven't already, prepping your pantries, getting shelf-stable foods that will last a couple, 2-3 years or more. Because of all the shortages that we're having, and the farmers are having problems feeding their animals. They're having problems getting certain grains. There's just shortages everywhere you look. I really feel like that in my 30-some years, this has definitely been the most anxiety-filled time I've ever had to endure in my life. And I know there's many, many of you out there that feel this way as well. That, I just wanted to let you know that you aren't alone. Here in our area, gas right now for regular unleaded gas, 87, is $4.20. Okay? And we are a very poor city. We really are. There's a city a couple cities away from us, Knoxville, who does a little better than we do, and for some reason their gas prices are a little cheaper at $4.13. But if you are a farmer and you're running diesel, here, if you were have to buy that, you're paying $5.25 or more at the store for that diesel. So I guess what I wanted to touch on was I wanted to let everybody know that this has been a hellacious 3 years for everybody. Between the pandemic that we had and now the inflation, the feds just raised the interest rates yesterday again on people. So that means if you have to borrow money, you buy a home, you get a credit card, you buy a vehicle, of course, you're going to have to pay more to do that. And, you know, as I said before, I grew up so poor that now I'm very money conscious, and I try my best to budget and save at every corner. And I know that I'm not the only one doing that right now, because everyone in one case or another has had a scenario where they've had to start cutting something out of their budget that they should have never had to cut off of it. But it's what they want us to get used to. They want us to be used to doing with less and settling for their normal. So I just wanted to let all of our subscribers out there know, if you're having a hard time and your anxiety is like mine and it's been through the roof here lately because of the pandemic and because of the uncertainty that we are all facing right now, I just wanted every one of you guys out there to know that I know our situations could be totally different, but I wanted to let you know that you weren't alone. You know, I've endured many different scenarios in my life. I've been homeless. I've come from nothing, and if anything, it's made me very compassionate, and I want to love people. I'm a nurturer by nature. I want to help anybody that I can. I've served homeless people soup from soup kitchens, and there's not a night that I lay my head on my pillow that I don't pray for the homeless and the sick and the suffering, and that God gets us through another day of this uncertainty that we're facing. So I just wanted to get on a more personal level with our subscribers, let you know where we came from, what we're about, what we're seeing here in our area, kind of start a conversation with you guys, and you guys feel free to let us know what you're seeing in your area, because I'm sure that every area is different right now. But I also know that my fellow Americans, we the people, are watching everything that's going on right now, and we are all well aware of what's going to happen if all of this keeps going. And you cannot pour from an empty cup. If you're not taking care of yourself, mental health-wise, health-wise, you're never going to be able to take care of your family. And your family needs you now more than they ever have. If you've got young teenagers, young kids at home that you're having to take care of, I think one of the best things that you could do for them right now is, if you're outside and you're tilling a garden, or you're homesteading, you're doing any kind of work that your grandpa or your father would have done with you when you were younger, hand that down to them, because they may face a situation, and we may be long gone, where they needed those skills, but we never taught it to them. So I think everything that we can teach them that our grandparents and our great-grandparents taught us would be helpful to them in the future. Because I'll be honest with you, I have kids, Tim has kids, and I am terrified at what my kids are facing. There's times I even feel guilty for bringing them into this world, and them then having to send them out and give them their wings into the world we're living in today.
Oh yeah, it scares me to death with my son, because I'm going to say in around 50 years, I'm not giving away my age. But I've never seen it this bad.
I haven't either.
I've never seen it this bad, and it's only going to get worse.
Yeah. And we're not here to pull politics into this.
We would like to, but we're not going to.
We all believe differently, and we all have our own opinions, and we respect that. We know that. We're not here to start an argument. We're here to start a conversation. We are here as two God-fearing Christians, person to person, friend to friend, to let you know that we're in the same position as you may be in. We're going through the same things you're going through. You are not alone.
And let me add, if you don't agree with what we're saying, change the channel. I don't need your comments. I don't need the trolls. If you troll the channel, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to mute you from the channel, so it's not going to matter what you say. You'll be muted.
And that's not us being, closed-minded and saying, okay, well, we believe this is going on and they believe different. Our way is right.
There's a nice way to disagree or to
exactly
add constructive criticism.
Exactly.
Other than a certain guy I know, I think he trolls the Arrowhead community. Big Brain is his handle. But
well, the thing of it is, there's so much negativity in this world right now. That's, like I said, one reason I shut my social media down, because us Americans, we go to it like the morning newspaper, and when everybody on there is spewing and spreading negativity, it was ruining my day. So if you shut down as much negativity as you possibly can, and you get out and you enjoy what God has created for you, you get out and you do things with your children, you get out and you do things with your spouse, you do things such as hunting arrowheads. That's a lot of the reason we get out here and we enjoy the beauty
look at it, guys.
that we have been given, is to shut out that negativity. The best thing you can do is turn that news off, get up, and be productive.
I like to go back to a simpler time.
We all
When
would.
I find these arrowheads, it brings me back 10,000 years.
Yes.
And I'm looking at that artifact and I'm going back to that time. So in a way, that's how I escape things. Get out here and, you're at one with the Creator, and gives you plenty of time to talk to Him. I would recommend that once you're out here, get to, create a relationship and get to know Him.
Absolutely. But we just wanted to start a conversation with you guys, and this is not going to be one of those channels that is promoting fear, panic, doom and gloom all the time. This is going to be a channel where we are one with nature a lot. We're outside, we're enjoying what God has given us with nature. There's going to be a lot of different things that we do in our life and we can incorporate. And if you are at home and you are unable to get out, maybe you're disabled, or maybe you're have some kind of handicap of some sort, well, guess what? You can go with us. We'll take you along for the ride. If you've never been to Tennessee or Kentucky, then guess what? You can go along with us and we'll show you what it's all about. We are here for friends and community, because in a world like we're living in today, we are all we have. And we have to lean on each other, because these politicians, they're not worried about our grandmas or our mothers or the people that are living on Social Security checks that cannot even afford to eat right now. They're not going to save them. We have to be smart enough to prep and do as much as we possibly can every single day to prepare for what may be to come, so that if those people in your family need help, you can help them. Because I say this all the time, and it's probably my number one motto: be kind.
Love one another.
Love one another. Smile at somebody. It could change their whole day, y'all. It takes absolutely nothing. It costs nothing to be kind to people and to lend a helping hand to your neighbor. We used to have those times. When I was a kid, when I was 7 or 8 years old, I remember those times. If you were in trouble, you could count on your family. You could count on your neighbor. And now we're living in a world where everybody's so full of hate and negativity. And we're all anxious and scared. Well, I choose today to stop letting my anxiety and my fear of what's going to happen control me. Because I know that I believe in Jesus Christ as my Lord and personal Savior. And that He has a plan for me. And if it's to stand here and talk to you guys so that you feel like that you can relate to someone because you feel like you have no one else that you can turn to, well, I'll be that person. Tim will be that person. So that's what I wanted to touch on today. Tim, being Tim, had to get out an arrowhead hunt today, so we were able to get about 3.5 hours in, because tomorrow we have a plumbing job we've got to do. Woohoo!
And a rainy day.
And a rainy day. Plus tomorrow is his son's last day at work before leaving for the Navy, so he's leaving for the Navy in a week. We have so much coming up the next week. I'm not exactly sure how often we're going to be able to go arrowhead hunting, but I do know that the weather is supposed to be in the 60s and 70s here. So spring begins Sunday, and we're super excited about that. I hate cold weather.
So, guys, we would just like to say, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do that. That really helps us out.
Absolutely, and we thank you so much for your support and for going along with us on our adventures. You know, Tim and I have been together almost 2 years, and
guys, I finally got a good one. She's smart too, so.
I'd like to say I'm smart. I'd like to think I'm smart.
So.
But we thank you. We love our subscribers. There's a couple arrowhead videos coming up after this video.
If we've got time, we've pushed the time limit pretty good. I don't know.
Well, it needs to be talked about.
2 parts.
It needs to be talked about. There's too much these days that's swept under the rug, and I'm not a sweep it under the rug kind of girl.
No,
so,
she's not.
I want to tackle it head on, because I feel like there might be somebody out there that needs my help, or some of the words that I say could help somebody. And if I can do that, well, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to do it. So we appreciate you. We love you. We thank you so much for going along with us and coming back and watching our videos. And if you'll stay tuned, there'll be an arrowhead hunting video soon.
There's going to be a really good one coming, guys. I just don't know when. So thank you so much. You guys have a blessed day, and we'll see you next time.
I'm going to show you our view again one more time.
Get up that way.
I didn't want the sun, you know.
Beautiful. I've been hearing the fish jump out here, which makes me want to go fish, but.
And that is the beauty, sorry about my big thumb, of East Tennessee.
See you guys.
See ya.
Well, what was it you said?
Hey guys, I know he's the one always uploading videos and finding arrowheads, but I just was walking and he was walking in front of me, and he walked right over top of this little thing in the mud here.
I didn't even see it. I was looking up in front of me, and
I'm not sure exactly what it is, but
yeah, it's a point. I was looking at this mud here, trying to figure out where I was going to cross.
I'm just the eyes of the operation,
Yes,
baby.
the eyes of the
Don't
operation.
You forget it. I'm just kidding, but
Dang, is that something? That's another one.
gosh,
Is it?
I'm on fire today. And I ain't been here 5 minutes.
It's a broke, but it's a piece of...
Yeah, it's broke, but it's a point.
Well.
Thank you, Lord.
Well, look at that. There's two within 3 foot. That's a twofer right there, guys. A twofer.
Okay.
All right, let's find another one. What? Yeah. Check this out, guys. We just turned the camera off. It's half of a squared knife. Look at that.
Man, there is flint laying everywhere.
Yeah.
3 for me.
And
None for
0
you.
zilch for me.
Here's a broken base.
You're kidding.
Daggone, man.
A
No,
broken
I'm not
base.
kidding you.
Yeah, that's a broke base.
Look here.
Is that a broke tip?
Looks like it.
Yeah, I think it's a broke tip.
Sure enough. Gosh, I am on it today.
Well, guys, I got to get off here. This is too embarrassing.
Oh, is this? No, that's glass.
There's
Daggone
another
it.
piece that come out of the ground. Let me look around here for a second. I've got to get on the board, guys. She's smoking me. That's probably everything that was here.
Here.
What?
Scraper.
Scraper?
It's got the cortex still on the outside of it.
Well,
Dang.
I'm going to let you operate the camera. That way I got time to look.
No.
Well, we know about that.
We know.
Had me wanting to look around here, as many as we were finding right there in that one spot. Right here's a little piece of flint. Just a little flake.
Another broke.
All this stuff is washed out of this pocket right here and mounded up right here.
Just found another broke tip.
Another broke tip.
Another broke something. This is gonna be.
I know, guys, what you're gonna say. This would be a good place to sift, but I just don't have the patience for sifting. I think that's that piece I flipped over a minute ago. All right, if we find anything else, we'll bring it. Well, guys, I just flipped something out, and it's a broke. It's a pooter. Definitely worked, though. All right, let's find something else. Hey, guys. I don't know. We'll check it out. Dang, babe, that's fluted.
Is it? Broke?
It's been worked down.
It looked to me like it might have been rounded off,
Yeah, it's
but I didn't dig it
it's
up.
definitely fluted, and it's got sides, so
I didn't dig it up out of the ground, so
Yeah.
I didn't know.
there you go. Well, look at
Oh yeah, it is fluted.
that's a nice
pretty.
little piece. It's probably like a little knife or something.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's another one on the board,
Another
guys.
one on the board, guys. Well, guys, shame. Such a shame. Why couldn't it have been whole? That would have been a pretty piece. Ground base. All right, let's find something else. Now what, guys? Laying right here.
Do you see it? I guess you do. He's got it pulling funny.
Well, there's a decent one, guys. I mean, it's not
Had some other little pieces.
it's not perfect, but
laying beside of it there.
really, and these little washes right here. All right, let's find something else. Because I don't know what it is, but it's a big piece of flint. What in the world? Wait, that's the base right there, and it's broke out. And that's could that be the top of it? Oh Lord, look at that piece she just flipped out.
That is the top of something.
That's the top of something huge.
Mm-hmm. How pretty that bad is.
Oh my, look at that.
Thick.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Well guys, we're gonna see if we can find something in this place right here for a minute. We'll get back with you. Guys, check it out. Oh yeah, babe. That's a good one. That's a good one. That was worth the walk down here. Look at that. All right, let's find another one. Guys, just walking to the car, and this is how far I had left right there. And I looked down, and I seen something sticking out, and I'll be darned if I didn't get blessed with that. Bifurcated right here on the top of the bank. Look at that. Good deal. All right. And this is all, check it out, big chunks of flint everywhere in here. And there's so much flint that I wasn't expecting to find anything in here. But there's another one, guys. All right. What we got here? Oh, it's a big chunk.
Now I'll never get him out of here, y'all. We'll be here for another 3 hours.
Well, I was coming up through here and I seen this dirt and these runs look good. And so I was checking it out. Okay. I think I'm done. I guess that one was just meant to be mine. All right, guys. Go home and work this thing up. See you. Okay, guys, I wanted to do a quick cleanup video. This is about around 3 hours of hunting today, which I'm pleasantly surprised. I'll get this done quick. We had a long talk with you guys and don't want to run too long. I'm not even sure how much time I can actually use to upload videos. Found this piece here. Snapped. And that piece there. It's knocked off on the back side. That would have been a nice little piece. And this one. It broke. And we got another broke. Piece was pretty thick. And we got a broken tip. You know, probably a piece of a knife or probably maybe a drill. Who knows? And then we got a few other pieces here. This one is the one that's fluted all the way up. You got a broke base beside of it. Got another piece of like a squared knife. Got a big thick tip there. Piece of a base, another work piece, and then we got this big clear piece. It's like glass. Piece of quartz, I'm assuming. And another little worked piece right there. Apologize about the light, guys. And then one of a big tooth that we found. But that's pretty much it. Guys, thanks so much for watching the video. We appreciate you guys so much. And next time I'm able to get out and make a video, we'll get one to you. Take care, guys.